Good morning, Joe Neighbour here from Signal Centre with the latest roundup on the FX market. It's going to look through a couple of charts today and just run through the latest headlines of all things affecting the FX markets today. So, yesterday we had the Federal Reserve statement. It was slightly more hawkish than expected, with the Fed looking to start tapering bond purchases soon, while rate projections also edged high as well. Chairman Powell said that the Fed wanted to complete bond purchases by around mid-2022. The dollar reversed initial losses to post significant gains yesterday, but we are looking at a bit of a red candle today. So we've got a number of data points out today, most notably the Bank of England at 12 p.m. today, which is unlikely to have a major impact on the dollar index, but not interesting nonetheless. So this is the daily chart on the dollar index that I've got up in front of you right now, and this is the move that we saw yesterday. So a real big swing intraday. We were posting losses earlier in the session, but then posted strong gains to actually test this 93.43 resistance level once again. We poked above it, hitting highs of 93.51. But closed just below that level, and although we did have a bit of a gap higher today, we are now seeing a reversal of that, so posting losses at that level down by almost 0.3% as it stands today. So quite interesting. Clearly there is a lot of resistance around here between 93.43 and 93.73, which for me we need to see the dollar index overcome for a continuation higher over the short to medium term. So how are things looking on euro dollar on the flip side of this? Well, yesterday was quite interesting. Obviously, when we saw the gains in dollar index, as you'd expect, we saw losses in euro USD. Yesterday, a really big candle, another big range. So we were posting higher prices earlier in the session when the FOMC minutes came out. We saw that reject, and we saw a close below support at 117.04. So the next level below that is at 116.64, and for me what that does is really just confirm that we've completed this large head and shoulders top pattern on the daily chart for Euro USD, and then we can start looking at a projected move lower down to 110.56 over the medium to long term on that. But that's all off as it seems at the moment. We're up by 0.35% on Euro USD today, posting a really quite impressive green candle as it stands at the moment. Obviously a long way to go in the session, lots of data points out as well to keep an eye out for. I think one of the interesting points for me is the volume yesterday that we saw on the selling with Euro USD. Quite a bit higher than what we've seen in recent sessions. So whether or not that's an indication that there was quite a lot of selling pressure yesterday, I guess we need to see what that's backed up with today. If there's a lot of buying pressure today accompanied with a big green candle, then we could see a corrective move higher in Euro USD in the very short term. Just flipping over to sterling today because it's a big day with the Bank of England reporting today in terms of interest rates. No change expected there, but there could be some changes with regards to policy and some commentary coming out of that. So at the moment with cable, we're trading in this downtrend, as you can see, forming a bit of a triangle maybe. Yesterday was quite a lot of selling pressure, and we're still just in front of support at 136.00. Below that, we've got another support level at 135.71, which if that gets taken out, we could see lower prices. For me, I think that would also confirm that we have some sort of top in place when it comes to cable. So do keep an eye out for that. But as we just said, there is a lot of buying pressure today. We're pushing higher, trying to engulf all of the losses that we saw yesterday, which is quite interesting. Again, lots of volume yesterday on the selling, so that is a little bit of a concern. But you know, we are seeing a decent fight back today, up by 0.42% now on cable on the day. The other one to take a look at for me is Euro Sterling. That's trading within this kind of wedge or channel pattern. We were approaching resistance at 86.20 yesterday before posting quite a significant reversal to post quite an ugly looking shooting star candle really. We did close marginally higher on the day, but certainly well off of the best levels. We are posting a little bit of strength today, but could be an interesting day again ahead of this BOE decision. For me, it still looks like lower prices can be expected, especially while this resistance level at 86.20 is holding. While below that, I think lower prices could be seen. But if we get a break above that, then we could see some further strength in euro and further weakness in sterling, which would also combine with a breakdown potentially on cable. So keep an eye out for that. As I mentioned, the data points today, keep an eye out for that Bank of England announcement at 12 today. We've also got jobless claims from the US at 1:30 and the US PMI index reading at 2:45. That's all from me. I'll be back next week with some more on FX, and until then, trade safe. Goodbye.